Hi everyone. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're tackling a common but often confusing TypeScript error. TS 2590 expression produces a union type that is too complex to represent. This error pops up when TypeScript gets overwhelmed. It means your code has created a type with so many possibilities that TypeScript can't even describe it anymore. Think of it like a massive list of options. TypeScript just throws up its hands. It's not a bug in your code logic itself. It's a problem with TypeScript's ability to track all the possible types. Let's dive into why this happens and, more importantly, how to fix it. This error usually appears in complex scenarios. You might be working with very large union types. A union type combines several different types, like string, number, boolean. If you have hundreds or thousands of these combined, TypeScript struggles. It also happens when you chain many operations on objects or arrays. Each operation can add more complexity to the type. Sometimes, it's about conditional logic that creates many different potential return types. Or maybe you're using a library that generates very intricate types. The core issue is that the type system hits its internal limits. It cannot compute or represent the resulting type effectively. This doesn't mean your code is wrong. It just means TypeScript needs a little help understanding your intent. The first and often best solution is to narrow your types. This means telling TypeScript more specifically what type you are dealing with at a particular point in your code. Use type guards. For example, if typeof value equals string tells TypeScript that value is definitely a string inside that block. If value instanceif my class does the same for classes, then operator can check for properties. Discriminated unions are powerful here. If your union has a common property that distinguishes its members, like a type field, you can use if item.type to narrow item to type A. This reduces the number of possibilities TypeScript needs to track. Another strong strategy is to explicitly declare types. When you assign a complex expression to a variable, give that variable a clear type. For instance, const result, my expected type equals some complex expression. Do the same for function return types. Function process data, simplified result type. This tells TypeScript, hey, I know what this should be. Don't try to figure out all the possibilities yourself. It acts as a helpful hint and simplifies the type inference process dramatically. You are essentially overriding the complex inferred type with a simpler, correct one. Sometimes the problem is one giant, intricate expression. Break it into smaller, manageable pieces. Instead of one long chain of map, filter, reduce operations, split them into intermediate variables. Each intermediate variable can then have an explicit type, as discussed before. This makes the code easier to read and also gives TypeScript smaller, simpler types to infer at each step. Smaller functions are also key. A function that does one thing well is easier for TypeScript to analyze than one that does many things and returns a highly conditional type. If you're truly stuck and need a quick fix, any can bypass the type system entirely. But any removes all type safety, which is usually not ideal. A better, safer alternative is unknown. If you use unknown, you still need to assert its type before using it, like value as string, .length. This gives you a temporary escape hatch while maintaining some safety. It's a last resort, not a first choice, but it can unblock you in tough situations. Always aim to narrow types or use explicit types first. Consider if your underlying data structure is too complex. Can you simplify the union itself? Maybe some types in the union are very similar and can be merged. Or perhaps you can restructure your data so that fewer distinct types are needed in a single union. This is a more fundamental change but can prevent the error from happening in the first place. While not a direct fix for this specific error, sometimes interacting compiler options like strict null checks can influence type complexity. However, for TS 2590, the above strategies are usually more direct and effective. This error is fundamentally about the size of the inferred type, not usually about a specific strictness setting. So, when you see TS 2590, remember it's TypeScript asking for help. You need to simplify the type information it's trying to process. By narrowing types, explicitly defining types, breaking down complex logic, or carefully using unknown, you can guide TypeScript to a solution. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more coding tips and tricks. Your support helps the channel grow. See you in the next one.